Today, we're opening an Etsy shop selling printable wall art like this purely with the help of AI tools like Midjourney and ChatGPT. I'm gonna show you how to use product research tools, how to generate and customize the art, how to open an Etsy shop and upload your listings. I'm gonna give you all the tools I use and all the prompts for generating the designs, break down the associated costs, and give you some tips and tricks on how to boost your sales. So hopefully you will find this video useful. I've broken it down into 6 chapters, timestamps below if you want to skip ahead. So if you haven't seen my previous video, I've talked about 4 digital products you can create with Midjourney. As you probably know, digital products are low risk and have low capital investment. All you need to get started is the basic Midjourney subscription for $10, a Canva Pro subscription for $13, and a research and analytics tool for $10. This brings our total capital investment to $33. And you can design your art, have it uploaded and running well within a month, and just cancel all the subscriptions later on once you stocked up your shop or you find that you no longer need these subscriptions. And around 90% of the revenue is pure profit. The rest will be commission from Etsy on advertising and selling. Whether the amount is taxable or not and by how much is dependent on the country you're living in, so make sure to look into that before starting out. Okay, now in terms of the products, I took inspiration from Creative Market, where I came across these pop art posters of iconic figures like Michael Jordan, Kurt Cobain, or David Bowie. I spent about maybe 10 minutes trying to recreate these in Midjourney, and I quite like the results, so with a little touch up in Canva we can actually create some high quality products here. But first we need to see if there is interest for this type of product, and for that we'll use a keyword and research tool. So I'm gonna use a site like Sales Samurai, which shows us all the relevant data on keywords like search volume, competition, and click-through rate. We're gonna type wall art and it will give us a lot of info, but what we're mainly interested in is click-through rate and search volume. The CTR tells us how likely people are to click on an item. So if the CTR is 10%, then it means that out of 1,000 people, 100 people have clicked on a wall art listing. Wall art has a very high CTR, above 60% in fact, so that means that out of 1,000 people, at least 600 have clicked on a wall art listing. Now specifically for pop art, the CTR is also quite good, well above 10%. Search volume for wall art is above 25,000, which is actually fantastic. So with a good search volume and a high CTR, I'm quite convinced we will make some products that people are actually interested in. To further emphasize my point, if we go to Google Trends, which analyzes the top searches in Google search, you can see that pop art as a search term is popular almost across the entire globe, sitting over a score of 70 pretty much consistently over the past year. Now we do have high competition as you can see here, but there are a couple of things we can do to differentiate ourselves from other shops, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. So based on all this data, there is definitely interest in this type of product. So my strategy is the following. I want to sell printable pop art in the beginning and create subcategories for it. The subcategories will be iconic figures, cities, people, and products. Later on, I want to move to other types of wall art as I don't want to limit myself to a specific genre in case it ends up being a flop. Okay, so we've done our research, we've gone through the strategy, now let's look into how we can create some of these designs. So we're going to generate all the art with the help of Midjourney and do some modifications in Canva. If you're new to Midjourney, you can go to their website, click on join the beta, sign up to Discord, and you can access the bot within a Discord server. To be able to sell art commercially, you will need the $10 subscription plan, which also gives you a private chat with the bot. And this is how it works. You type /imagine and give the AI some keywords for an image, after which it will generate 4 images based on those keywords. With the buttons from the top row, you can upscale one of the images to download it in high resolution. With the bottom row, you can create further variations on each image, and this button regenerates an additional 4 images. So I've gone ahead and generated about 10 to 15 images of iconic figures from pop culture, and these designs are already great. You could absolutely sell them as they are right now, but I want to spice them up a bit, so let's transfer them over to Canva. So let's go to canva.com and start a blank design in the size of an A3 document. Let's upload all the designs and let me show you how you can boost this David Bowie one, for example. So Canva has some elements here on the left side, and if we search for graffiti, we have a few cool looking ones that we're going to drop into the design. Now pop art is a bit chaotic and colorful, so you can really spice it up and make it pop by adding a few elements here and there. Lastly, I'm gonna add some text right here to give it a bit more character, and you can find lots of graffiti and spray paint style fonts for free with Google, but I have these from Creative Market, which you can purchase if you want. I'm gonna link them down in the description. So we'll add our text, size it accordingly, and give it a bit of color. Canva has a nice feature where it identifies the colors in an image and gives you the same colors for the text so you can match them up. And that's pretty much it. Now let's look at this other example with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna show you a little trick. Let's duplicate the image. Remove the background of one of them, set the other as the background, and place the duplicate on top of it to act as a subject. So now let's say we want to add the number 23 into the background. Just add a text, rewrite it to 23, and place it on the subject, right-click, arrange, and send to back. This gives the image an extra bit of dimension, nothing major, but it makes it look a bit more custom. Now I prepared a bundle of 10 designs and I'll resize them to a couple of different sizes. I want to give customers a lot of options for printing, so I spent some time looking around on Etsy what sizes other sellers offer, and I'm going to link in the description all the typical sizes we would want. So within Canva, we just go here to resize and type in all the sizes we want. This is a bit of a manual process as we're going to download them all individually by going to share, download, leave it as PNG, go for maximum size and just download it. Once you have all the sizes downloaded to your computer, create a Google Drive folder and place all the folders in there. We're going to need the link to this folder later. Okay, so we have the designs. Next, we want to make some high quality mockups that will serve as listing images on Etsy. So within Canva, again, we need to start a new design. So we'll search for Etsy listing. Click on this one and just delete everything to start blank. Next, we'll upload the designs we downloaded before. On the left side here in design, we'll search for wall mockups. Now Etsy allows up to 9 listing images and ideally you want to fill those up, so we'll create 9 pages worth of mockups. So I mentioned this before in my previous video, it's important that your listing images contain some information on what this product is, and that's because 90% of the buyers make their purchase decision based on these images. And if we take a look at the competition, you can see that not many of these shops include information on the sizes and the steps required to download. So we're going to dedicate at least 2 pages on offering this information to our buyers. In one image, we will list the sizes, and in the other, we'll give some information and basic instructions on how to download them after purchase. Alright, so we have the designs and we have the mockups. Before we can open up an Etsy shop, we need a name, a logo, and a banner for our business. Now I've gone ahead and created these already, but if you're interested to know how exactly you can come up with these using AI tools in Canva, I covered that in my previous Etsy video right up here. So we're gonna go to Etsy, click on Shop Manager, and this starts the shop opening process. Just click through all these pages. You can skip the questions if you'd want or answer them, it's entirely up to you. Then we'll reach the shop preferences section where you can add the language, country, and currency. Enter the name of your shop and it's asking you to list your first item. We're gonna create a random listing for now, so I will upload some random pics with random text because we're gonna delete this later. On this screen, we're going to add our personal details like country of residence, first name, last name, and our bank account. On the next page, you have to upload an identity card so Etsy can verify your personal details. This is an instant verification, so you don't need to actually wait for a review process. Next, you'll enter your credit card details so Etsy can bill you for commissions and advertising. And on the next page, you'll learn that Etsy has a 2-factor authentication system, meaning that when you try to log into a new device, it will send the code either through SMS, phone call, or an authenticator app. I recommend going for Google Authenticator. You can download it on both Android and iOS devices. So just download that to your phone and scan the given QR code. And then you're basically done. Your shop is open. Now, first thing we're going to do is just delete the random listing we uploaded. The final step is to create the actual listing for our design. So we'll upload the listing images and fill in all the details. For the description, I'm going to use another shop's listing description and rewrite it a bit to make it relevant to what I am selling. The description does not matter that much from an SEO perspective because we will be running Etsy ads to promote our listings and get people to our shop. Etsy charges $1 per day per listing, so it's really not a tremendous amount to get us up and running. Now I've gone ahead and filled in all the details, and the last step is to actually upload the Google Drive link that customers can access to download download our designs. For this, I'm going to create a Word document, add the Google Drive link, add a thank you for your purchase text, and an instruction to access the link, save it as a PDF, and upload it under digital files. And that's it, our shop and our listing is active. Now we just have to repeat the same process for all the other listings we want to upload. So folks, I've said this before, but selling digital products is simply a numbers game. The more products you have, the bigger the chances you will sell. So my aim is to make daily listings for each of these subcategories until I've stocked up the shop and have enough products to really showcase that we are a serious shop and not just some temporary account on the market. As I said, I'm going to take you on this journey with me, whether it's a success or not, so hopefully we can all learn something useful from it, whatever the outcome. Okay, so that's it for now. In the next episode, we'll be looking into our first month results, and if the shop goes well, we will look into converting it into a print-on-demand service. If you have any questions related to the content within this video, drop a comment down below and I'll try to answer the soonest. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel please to make sure not to miss the next episode in this series. In the meantime, have a pleasant rest of the day or night, and I'll catch you on the next one.